everyone, welcome to Chemistry Stars. Today we are going to start a new chapter, polymers. Actually, polymer chapter is not too tough. It is a simple chapter when you learn it in a proper way. Also, there are some simple methods to learn this chapter. I'll tell that methods in this video or in the upcoming videos. You have to follow that. First of all, what I want to tell you people is that you have to watch all the videos which I am uploading related to this chapter completely, and you have to prepare notes according to the things which I am teaching here, and that note will be very useful in order to revise these portions just before a few days before the examinations. Okay, if you follow that like that, and if you study this chapter properly, I can promise you that you can score a good marks from each and every questions that can be asked from this chapter in any of the examinations. So without any further delay, let's start with this chapter, polymers. Here, poly means many. Mers means units, or you can say parts. So polymer is a molecule which contains many units. Now, if I take a single such unit and I can call it as a monomer. Mono means one. Mer means unit. So, monomer is a single unit of polymer. So, if I represent a monomer like this, and if I join these monomer units, okay, this is another monomer unit, another monomer, and this is forming a big macromolecule, right? You can extend the length of this thing to the desired length, okay. And this is a macromolecule, and we call it as a polymer. And this process of making polymer is known as polymerization. In short, I can say that small monomer units join together to form a large macromolecule known as polymer, and this process is known as polymerization. Fine. And polymer is a macromolecule, we know, right? And as it is a macromolecule, polymer has high molecular mass. Now, these all are simple introduction to this chapter. Note it down and we can continue with this. Okay. After introduction in the NCERT, the formation of nylon 6,6 is shown. I'm not teaching that now. I'll teach it later on. Now I'm going to teach you the classification of polymers. So polymers can be classified on the basis of 4 types, and the first type is on the basis of origin or source. Okay, so if you classify a particular thing, or if you classify the polymer, it is based upon something, right? Here, first classification is on the basis of origin or source. According to, on the basis of origin, polymers can be classified as 3 categories. First category is known as natural polymer. Natural polymers. Third category is synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers, and in between these two we have semi-synthetic polymers. Semi-synthetic polymers. You have to remember these 3 categories. And here we have also, please don't forget to remember the examples of these 3 categories. First of all, if I talk about the natural polymer, we can say natural polymers means actually it is a polymer that is found in plants and animals. Okay. So, examples of natural polymer is, first of all, natural rubber. Natural rubber means the rubber which we can be extracted from that tree, right? Rubber മരത്തിൽ നിന്ന് extract ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നതാണ് rubber. അത് natural rubber ആണ്. Second one is cellulose. Third, we can say proteins, starch. The natural rubber is that a rubber we can extract from trees. It is found in plants, trees. Cellulose, protein, starch, all these three are found in body of animals. Okay. Now if I talk about the examples of synthetic polymers, means they are actually man-made polymers, or the polymers which are synthesized in the laboratory. And examples of synthetic polymers are, we can say, plastics. Plastics polyethylene is an example of synthetic polymer. Okay, polyethylene is a form of plastic. PVC. Okay, all these are plastics. And we can say nylon 66. Nylon 66 is a synthetic fiber. Third one is we can say an artificial rubber, or you can say synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber. Here we have natural rubber. Here we have synthetic rubber. And examples of synthetic rubbers are Buna N, Buna S. Just remember Buna N, Buna S. And if I talk about the semi-synthetic category, semi-synthetic means they are actually polymers which are derived from natural polymers. And okay, we take the natural polymer and we do some chemical reactions in that, and thus semi-synthetic polymers are formed. Okay, so here we have cellulose nitrate. See here, cellulose is a natural polymer, and in the laboratory we do some chemical reactions and convert it into cellulose nitrate, which is a semi-synthetic polymer. Cellulose acetate. So these two are semi-synthetic polymers. So remember these examples. Fine, note it down. Now, second type of classification of polymers is on the basis of structure of polymers. Okay. Polymer structure second type of classification on the basis of structure of polymers. Here also we have three categories. Here we have three categories. One is known as linear polymers. Linear polymers. Second one we have branched polymers. Remember these names. Okay, branched polymers. And third one is cross-linked, or you can say network polymers. Network polymers. Remember these three categories. So if I talk about the structure of these three types, I can say that linear polymers are long and straight chain polymers. Okay, these are linear polymers look like this. And branched chain polymers means these are also long linear chain, or you can say they are straight chain, but in between them there are branches like this. We can see branches in between the chains. Now if I talk about the cross-linked or network polymers, here we have extensive cross-linking. Okay, we have extensive cross-linking between the chains. Now here we have linear polymers means long linear chains, or you can say they are straight chain. They have straight chains lying parallel to each other. Lying parallel to each other. Okay. Here in branched polymers we have long linear chains plus branches. Branches are also present. In cross-link or network polymers, extensive cross-linking is present. Extensive cross-linking. That is all about the structure of the three categories. Now, if I talk about the linear polymers, they have the next point which you have to remember is that linear polymers have high density. So here density is high, and in the branched polymers we have low density. Okay, density is low. See here, we have ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് നാല് chains ഉണ്ട്, but here only our space തന്നെ only we can arrange 3 chains because of this branching, right? Okay, ഇവിടെ നാല് സ്ട്രേറ്റ് ചെയിൻ വരുന്നിടത്ത് ഇവിടെ അതേ ഒരു സ്പേസിലൂടെ 3 സ്ട്രേറ്റ് ചെയിൻസ് ഒക്കെ എനിക്ക് വരുത്താൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ because of this branching. So here density is low, here density is high in case of linear polymers. കാരണം കുറവ് സ്പേസിൽ നമുക്ക് കുറേ ചെയിൻസിനെ ഇങ്ങനെ പാരലാക്കിയിട്ട് വെക്കാൻ പറ്റും. That is why we are saying that here high density and here low density. Now, if I talk about the next point of cross-linked or network polymers, here in between these chains we have strong covalent bonding. Okay, the linear chains are joined together by strong covalent bonding. And in case of cross-linked polymers, remember one thing, that here these cross-linked polymers are formed from, these are formed from monomers having bifunctional, I hope this is clear, bifunctional or trifunctional groups. That is, here monomers are bifunctional or trifunctional groups. Means bifunctional means we have there is the combining of 2 different functional groups, like OH group can combine with NH2 group. Also a monomer having COH group combines with another monomer having OH group. Okay, like that combination is possible between the monomers. So that is, here these cross-linked or network polymers are formed from monomers having bifunctional or trifunctional groups. Now let us look into the examples of these 3 categories. In very competitive exams like JEE, NEET and all, you have to remember the examples of these 3 categories. And also if you are writing the CBSE or state board examinations, if they ask such a question, you have to mention the examples also. Okay, then only your answer will be perfect. Now if I talk about the linear polymers, the examples are, here density is high, right? So you can say high density polythene. High density polythene, or you can call it as HDP, is an example of linear polymer. If I talk about branched polymer, the example is also in the linear polymers you can give the example of PVC, that is polyvinyl chloride, or you can say PVC. And in case of branched polymers, we have here density is low, right? So give example as low density polythene. LDP is the short form. Now if I talk this examples of cross-linked polymers is very important. Remember the 2 examples, that is bakelite and melamine. This is very important. Okay, bakelite and melamine, these 2 are the examples of polymers, that is polymers that cross-linked or network polymers. Okay, this is the second classification which we have learned till now. Now there is 2 more classification, so I'll upload it on the other video, another video, so you can watch that video and let's study this chapter. Okay.